Tonight, the start of a special TMJ4 Lighthouse investigation, a series we call Duty to Disclose.
It's going to open up a can of worms for them. They're going to have to do a lot of explaining.
The truth is slowly coming out now.
It's about the Brady List, a list of officers with allegations of crime, dishonesty, bias, or other integrity concerns. That information has to be disclosed to defense attorneys if a Brady List officer is called to testify. It's required due to a landmark U.S. Supreme Court case called Brady versus Maryland. For decades, the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office kept the full Brady List a secret. But TMJ4 hired an attorney, battled the DA's office, and won, finally forcing them to release this list.
After having received advice from the Open Records Office at the state of Wisconsin, we then turned over the list, and it's been turned over now to various open records requests now over the last several months.
That means for the first time, you get to see Milwaukee County's first Brady List. We have spent months digging into it, partnering with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel and the nonprofit newsroom Wisconsin Watch. We've all investigated the names on this list together. Lighthouse reporter Ben Jordan joining me now with an unprecedented investigation that has been months in the making. Ben?
Steve, tonight and over the next several weeks, we will be answering a lot of questions. Why was the full Brady List kept a secret for so long? Is it missing officers? And are police departments and prosecutors fulfilling their duty to disclose? Ask Milwaukee County's top criminal justice officials and they claim everything is fine. But we spoke with victims, defendants, public defenders, and civil rights attorneys, and they say the system is a mess. This is Milwaukee County's full Brady List. 191 current and former officers.
I think we have to remember that our clients have liberty at stake.
Milwaukee police documents show the following. Former officer Kevin Zavadil attempted to file a false hit-and-run crash report while off duty and tried to get an investigating officer to pause his body camera on scene.
If you lie, that is the cardinal sin in law enforcement.
According to MPD documents, former officer Daniel Garcia was accused of lying to investigators in 2014 about an off-duty fight that resulted in the false arrest of several citizens. And records show MPD officer Kenton Birch marked down $1,100 worth of overtime he didn't work. There are a lot of reasons why officers landed on the Brady List. And that's why our investigation raises a lot of questions for the highest leaders in Milwaukee County's criminal justice system, the chief judge.
Credibility is really important.
District attorney.
I certainly agreed with turning it over once it was turned over.
Along with Milwaukee's police chief and the Milwaukee County sheriff.
Why did your office not want to release the full Brady List until we got a lawyer involved?
You know, this has been actually attorney work product because it really is a list only created by our office for use of by its attorneys. And so that's generally how we've always viewed it, just like we have a lot of other materials in our office that are purely attorney work product.
Again, 191 total officers. 2/3 are from the Milwaukee Police Department. The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office has the second most, but nearly every suburban police department across the county has at least one officer on the list. About 80% of entries are for criminal charges or convictions. The rest are for internal violations. 22 officers are on it for multiple reasons, and dozens are still on the force.
Somebody can just make a mistake, and if that's the case, then their employment is retained.
Police officers' testimony is often key evidence that sends someone to prison. That's why we believe the public deserves to know about the full Brady List, who's on it, and whether they're taking the stand.
How often are Brady List officers called to testify? Is it rare?
I don't know the answer to that.
Public defenders say because of our investigation, they're already noticing a difference.
The 2 notifications I've received were just this year. Within the last month, I received the notification, but before then, I have not received any notifications.
We continue now our special Lighthouse series, Duty to Disclose.
We are going back to the tasing and arrest of Sterling Brown, who was a Milwaukee Bucks player at the time.
Taser, taser, taser!
Just one Milwaukee police officer, Eric Andrade, was put on the Brady List following the arrest that made national headlines.
Tonight, Sterling Brown's lawyer is raising questions about why a sergeant did not make the list.
He helped orchestrate
the takedown of Sterling Brown, and he was a sergeant, absolutely more culpable and guilty than Andrade.
Lighthouse reporter Ben Jordan takes those concerns to the district attorney.
How you doing? You got a driver's license?
Body camera footage takes us back to 2018.
Can't get another spot here.
When a Milwaukee police officer found a car parked across handicapped spots at a Southside Walgreens.
I own this right here. You don't own me though.
The officer approached Sterling Brown to ask why he parked there.
And you parked across two.
Within minutes, several officers respond to the scene.
I just wanted one.
One of those officers was Sergeant Jeffrey Krieger. He's seen here shining a flashlight in Brown's car.
I got stuff in my hand.
A short time later, he grabbed Brown's arm, leading to the takedown and tasing of Brown while he was on the ground.
Taser, taser, taser!
During an internal affairs interview, Krieger was asked to explain why things escalated so quickly.
He got really agitated with me looking into his vehicle, and now I see this gun.
During a deposition in court,
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. This is a gun?
Brown civil rights attorney Mark Thompson questioned Sergeant Krieger about what he claimed he saw.
Did I read it right?
You read it correctly.
Wasn't true.
Oh, it was, yeah, that I did not see a gun.
Police records showed targets with bullet holes in them were inside the vehicle, but there was no gun.
It was my belief that he was armed or possibly armed after seeing the targets in his car.
For his role in the Sterling Brown arrest, MPD records show Sergeant Krieger was suspended for 10 days as the department determined he failed to be a role model.
So if you never saw a gun, why are you telling internal affairs that you saw a gun, sir?
I must have misspoke and nobody caught it.
Nobody makes that kind of mistake. Not a sergeant with all the experience in the world. What he knew is he had to have sufficient threat to justify what he did to Mr. Brown.
The arrest never resulted in charges for Brown. The city paid him $750,000 to settle a civil lawsuit.
15 ayes, the committee report is adopted.
We're revisiting this story because we're investigating Milwaukee County's Brady List. An officer can be placed on the list for past accusations of crimes, bias, untruthfulness, and other integrity concerns. Their Brady violation has to be turned over to defense attorneys if they're called to testify.
The reason I'm concerned about Krieger is when the sergeant who's supervising is able to say to the internal affairs a lie and everybody knows it's a lie and keeps their job, what message does that send institutionally?
Tonight, questions from public defenders about why 2 Milwaukee police officers are not on the Brady List, despite being deemed not credible in a criminal case by a Milwaukee County judge.
I feel like it needs to still be justice towards them officers. Why would you want to destroy a whole nother family? And you're supposed to be here to be served and protect.
Lighthouse journalist Ben Jordan shares why top justice system leaders say this is not Brady List material, while others in the legal community argue otherwise.
Roll down the window!
It's a night Lewis Moore will never forget. March 3rd, 2019. Moore says he was driving his girlfriend's car near Teutonia and Capitol.
Not doing anything wrong, sir? Well, you're flying, man.
According to a criminal complaint, Milwaukee police officers Chad Boyack and Anthony Malone pulled Moore over for driving double the speed limit.
They told me I was doing 60 and a 30. That's the reason why they was stopping me. And I did try to argue with them, like, officer, I know for a fact I was not doing those 60 miles per hour.
Roll down the windows!
Body camera video shows Moore was asked to get out of the car,
Step out real quick.
patted down, and put in the back of a squad.
Watch your head.
While in the back of the squad, Moore tells Officer Malone his girlfriend's gun might be in the car.
Officer?
Yep.
My girlfriend, she's CCW.
So there's a gun in the car?
So I don't know if she usually have it in the car, or I could call her right now.
At the same time, video shows Officer Boyack search Moore's car.
Do you think they had probable cause to search the vehicle?
I don't.
They pulled Mr. Moore over for speeding.
That's Caitlin Hazard-Fear, Moore's public defender.
In my experience, when I've been stopped, I've never been put in the back of a squad car for speeding.
Body camera video shows Officer Boyack locate a gun in the center console. Police records show officers spoke with Moore's girlfriend, who told them the gun was hers. The police report says she told officers she leaves it in her car to keep the gun away from her children. Moore was charged with possession of a firearm by a felon.
Well, for being a felon and having a gun in the car you're driving. Just keep.
And he was sent to jail.
He was on probation. He was very close to finishing probation. And because of this arrest, he was revoked and went to prison.
As the case made its way through the court process, court records show the judge identified inconsistencies with the officer's testimony, saying there was no independent evidence inside the squad that showed Moore was speeding. No radar gun was used. The only evidence of speeding was the squad speedometer, which briefly showed the officers drove 2 miles over the speed limit to catch up with Moore.
If he were going 60 miles an hour or 45, those officers would not have had to go 32 miles an hour.
Additionally, the judge determined the officers provided conflicting testimony about their probable cause to search the car. Body camera video shows Officer Boyack explaining to Moore why he searched the vehicle.
Well, I could smell marijuana in there, and I can see some marijuana on the floor as well.
Documents show Officer Boyack found .03 grams of marijuana. An amount court records show Officer Malone described to be the size of only a few grains of rice. According to a transcript of Officer Boyack's testimony in court, he said he never saw any marijuana in the vehicle prior to searching it. Officer Malone told the judge he didn't see or smell marijuana when he approached the vehicle with the window down.
The truth is slowly coming out now.
This court document shows the judge suppressed the evidence, tossed the case, and said, "I don't find these officers credible in this case."
People that really need y'all help, that really pressing 911 for a reason, for an emergency, and you officers just stopped me and pulled me over by doing 32 miles.
The reason we're telling this story is because we're investigating Milwaukee County's Brady List, a list of current and former officers with alleged credibility concerns. That has to be disclosed to defense attorneys if a Brady List officer is called to testify. Officers Malone and Boyack are not on the Brady List.
Do you think that's Brady material?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because Judge Yamahiro made an affirmative finding that he did not find the officer's testimony to be credible.
During our interview with Milwaukee County's top criminal justice leaders, District Attorney Kent Lovern said that isn't Brady material. Your prosecutor was in the courtroom at that time. Did they bring this credibility issue to your attention?
No.
Should they have?
No.
Why not?
Because credibility determinations are made all the time in courtrooms in specific issues related to a specific set of circumstances related to a traffic stop, for example, as we have here. And that doesn't necessarily mean that officer, then one or two of the officers were dishonest about their testimony.
Chief Judge Carl Ashley agrees with the DA.
I believe in this case, the judge said, I don't find the testimony of the officer to be credible. And we do that all the time.
Hazard-Fear says that hasn't been her experience.
I would like to see them. This is the only decision, and in May it will be 21 years of practice where I have had a judge make an adverse credibility finding.
We took the case to the leaders of Milwaukee County's Public Defender's Office.
If one judge found them not credible and that what they were saying was untruthful, that should be something that was disclosed to us in the future on our cases.
Police records show officers Malone and Boyack were never disciplined for being found not credible in this case. Milwaukee Police Chief Jeffrey Norman says it wasn't brought to the department's attention. Officers Malone and Boyack never responded to my interview requests, and MPD wouldn't make them available for an interview.
So I believe 100% sure these officers, both Boyack and Malone, should be on that Brady list.
Moore thinks the situation raises serious questions about the completeness of Milwaukee County's Brady List and whether credibility concerns in court are investigated.